How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf, and we're going to continue right where we left off for episode 26. In the previous episode, we killed Brian King and made our way into Act 7. We're making relatively decent time. We are planning on making a weapon upgrade, and I actually am sitting on a nice weapon right here. Obviously, we had the weapon beforehand where I should have had an upgrade right now, but, you know, we got a little greedy, and I would not recommend. But since I have a waypoint, let's go see if we can make something out of this real quick, because we're almost 51. So, I mean, if we can make a weapon upgrade, sure, why not? I don't really have much in the way of crafting with it, so I may actually just try an RNG, something funny. So let's chance orb it. Now, a chance orb could give us a blue item, or it could give us a rare item. There's also a chance it gives us a unique, and I get a Maligaro Equi, and I just stop playing Path of Exile ever, because we just win. There was no way it was going to happen, but still. And fire damage, I mean, honestly, it's not bad. We do fire damage already, like with Herald of Ash on. I should probably change this to Herald of Purity eventually, if I'm entirely honest with you. This fizzes extra fire, though, so I don't know. It's kind of a difficult one. In this case, I think Herald of Ash is actually alright. I didn't realize it was fizzes extra fire. I don't know. But, yeah. I need to roll that, because it's going to result in higher damage, I think. Is it? 49, 20 qual. It is 20 qual, so I think that's actually higher damage. But still, 2 pieces to roll, that's fine. Still no good luck. I mean, I had good luck. I'm allowed to say that. I had good luck and I rolled over it because I wanted to be greedy. But that's what I get. That's what I get. Okay. We're going to keep rolling through here. Essentially, we are looking for a map in here that we are then going to take above us, all the way up here, and then go into said map. Now, this is like, I don't know, your first interaction with a map device and this sort of stuff, I guess. I don't know, you're going to be basically doing the exact same thing. You're going to be doing this for the rest of the game once we actually finish things off. Essentially, you're going to pre-roll a map, put it in a map device, and then, you know, run it for completion bonuses and such. I mean, considering how confusing the endgame is, I can't actually open it. That makes me sad. I don't think I've shown you guys the endgame before. I honestly want to show you guys it because it's like, it's content, but I'll show you when we get there. I promise. It'll probably confuse the shit out of you. I'm really surprised there haven't been more people who, like, you know, they play ahead or whatever, because obviously I'm not all the way at endgame or what have you at the moment. So there's probably people who've played ahead, right? I'm sure they get to endgame and they look at the atlas and they just go, what the fuck am I looking at? And then just, I don't know, either panic or get stuck on running T1 to 3 maps. That made me kind of sad. There was someone in the stream the other day who didn't know how to get past, like, T1, T2 maps. And I mean, it's not really difficult, so long as you know, like, 1 or 2 vendor recipes, but then again, the game doesn't teach you that, so that's what your boy's here for. Alright, there's a trial there, there's a trial here. Do I need to do this one? Pretty sure I do. Fuck it, we'll do it. I need to go and get other trials eventually, so I have enough life regen. I can just walk through everything. I should do these as RO trials at some point. I think the next one's 55 though. So I mean, meh. That's a meme. This is what happens when you have a tanky character, by the way. Like, you just don't give a shit. That's cool. Cool trial, bro. Click that plaque, and we out. Cool trial, bro. That was real difficult. Ah, I missed the crafting recipe, son of a bitch. Fucking Q running through again. I need that crafting recipe. I don't want to have to do this shit again, but whatever. You could alternatively, if you had good attack and move speed, use shield charge or leap slam to get the same sort of effect, because these, what is it? Damage over time. Didn't really care. Those traps are actually like a stacking bleed effect. So, there's a few things you can do to counteract that, actually. If you're, say, having trouble with, what is it? Say you're having trouble with, doing lab stuff. There's a few things you can do. Those are stacking bleed effects, so if you run through them quickly, or like you shield charge through them fast, or you leap slam over them, or that sort of stuff, you'll take like 1 or 2 ticks maximum if you shield charge through it with good attack speed. Like good attack speed, good move speed. So that's a decent way to do it. Just make sure your shield charge is nice and fast. Alternatively, you can take the Pantheon. That makes it so... What's the button for Pantheon again? Y? Yeah. It's like one of these ones here, one of the smaller ones. It makes it so you take less damage from bleeding. It's probably coming up at some point, the boss for it. Makes you take less damage from bleeding while moving or something like that. So for running lab, that's very, very good. It just reduces the damage of the traps because the trap that I just went and dealt with, as well as the blades trap, the like saw blades trap, both do the bleed damage that, you know, as long as you stand in it, you take the supposed bleed damage. They both have the same mechanic, basically, so it helps you mitigate both of them. Alternatively, there's a level 74 necklace, I think. That's what it is. If you're struggling with, like, Eternal Lab at Endgame, which we may not even get on this character, if I'm honest with you, then it makes it so you basically have the same passive. You don't take extra damage from bleeding while moving or something. Because if you're bleeding and you're moving, you're taking extra damage. If you're bleeding and you're stood still, you're not taking extra, you're just taking normal bleed damage. Bleeding has a bonus effect to it that makes it so if you're moving while bleeding, you bleed faster. Like, you take more damage. So if you're playing, like, say, Puncture Ranger, for example, it's really good to, like, puncture them and then, like, either run away or puncture, like, while kiting. Okay, Puncture Ranger is a pretty decent build if you want to learn how to kite effectively. I don't mean the thing that you fly in the sky as a fucking kid. Like, I mean, you know, hitting them, running back, hitting them, running back, hitting them, running back. If you watch me play like a ranger or a witch or something like that, that's based around spells or like one-use spells where I'm not channeling or something like that, you'll see me kiting all the time. I even do it on totem builds. It's just instinct at this point. But yeah, because what ends up happening is with Puncture Ranger, you bleed everything, and then you run away or you make it like start running towards you. Like, notice how things are walking towards me right now. If it was bleeding or I hit it with puncture, it would be taking bonus damage as it ran towards me. So, just a little bit of extra tech there. So bleed will damage you even more if you're running. Now, the biggest thing is that because the bleeds from Labyrinth only tick once or twice, or only give you bleed damage while you're in radius, it doesn't stack like a bleeding bonus thing. It doesn't really have as much effect. It does obviously have effect when you're stood in it for the few seconds. But once you move, obviously you don't have the stack on you. But while you're running through it, you take increased damage. That's why they hit so hard. But yeah. The other thing, we'll see it more later on when we get to maps and stuff. But enemies with the Corrupting Blood affix on them is also a bleed. And that's where a lot of the, you know, one-shot bullshit comes in. That was the biggest thing that fucked me up when I was, I don't know, younger in Path of Exile, I guess we'll call it that. When I hadn't played, you know, 1,000+ hours and didn't know all this fucking shenanigans. Corrupted Blood is essentially a rare mob affix they can get. And it will give you a bleed, right? But it stacks. It stacks. And every enemy in the pack, every enemy in the blue pack or whatever, will give you Corrupting Blood on hit. So it can stack up to 20 times. If it stacks to 20 times, you die. Straight up. Like, you don't get 100 to 0 because it's a 20 stacks. Not something like that. There's just so much bleed degen that you're probably fucked. And if you're running at the same time, just fucking watch your health bar, just go new, and it's gone, right? It's Path of Exile. It happens. So, I need to show you guys how to roll flasks successfully later on, because we need a bleed removal flask, we need a freeze removal flask, what else, adrenaline quicksilver would be appreciated, and then some good life flask that's just, you know, decent all around. But yeah, okay, so basically I'm pretty sure you guys saw me put the map in. You pick the thing up out of your inventory, put it in, click activate. Now, the biggest thing about this area is you saw it opened up the map, and it created all the portals around the thing, right? You are actually limited on portals, 100%. If you die 6 times in here, the map will close. Now, it doesn't close in, like, you know, quest done, quest failed. nothing like that. It goes back into the device and you can reopen it, but it will reset the area. So if you somehow die 6 times and don't manage to make it to the boss, I've done it myself on a squishy character, don't feel too bad, then you have to rerun the entire thing again. Now, biggest problems with this area is that these mobs right here, these hybrid arachnid or whatever, will do a lot of damage. And I'm trying to get him to do the attack, or I can show you why. He'll stick his tail in the ground. It's normally like after you first meet them. Also, these guys kind of hurt quite a bit. There you go, right there. That thing that he just did where he sticks his tail in the ground, it creates like a spike on you, like relegated to where your character is. So you want to try and keep like moving when you first reach these packs, because if you get up to them and you just start standing still and casting, they're gonna do their ground spike and just fucking destroy you. And we got lucky and it was only one guy there. Obviously, you know, tanky character and all. But in this area, there'll be packs of 5 to 6 of them, normally. To which, you know, 5 or 6 instant ground spikes that hit you all at the same time. And you're gonna be a dead boy. Let's grab that chrome. And keep rolling on. These things will also be annoying if you don't have lightning res cap. Like, see, there's what? 5, 6, 7... You can see my health bar going down. 8, 9, right? These are tail spike boys, and there's 9 of them. So do be warned. Do be warned. They will spike you very heavily, very, very quickly. For any, like, witch or ranger, that sort of stuff, be warned, kill them fast. This area is ripe for bullshit rips on squishier characters. It's kind of scary if you're trying to play hardcore for whatever reason. Would not recommend in this game. Any other action RPG, play hardcore. In this game, treat hardcore as satirical mode. What I mean by that is, like, don't worry about dying. Just treat dying as a fucking good laugh. Well, actually, you could look at it like that, or you could look at it like a murder mystery. Because you'll never know what killed you. You'll never know what killed you, and you'll spend like, I don't know, how do I explain this? You'll spend like a good 10 to 15 minutes if you're streaming looking at like the VOD of how the fuck you died, trying to explain it. And sometimes you still won't have an answer. So, dying in Path of Exile Hardcore creates a murder mystery book that you and the entire stream get to solve. It's kind of fun. But it's also kind of fucking hilarious. It's got like a bad romance plot in it, you know? It's one of those books. Basically how I treat Path of Exile Hardcore. It's more of a joke than anything. Don't get me wrong, I respect people who play hardcore. I need to, like, actually fucking say this because people get mad. If you play hardcore, good for you, congratulations. But, you know, I kind of feel bad for you when Haku dunks on you in fucking Betrayal. Those of you who don't understand that, give me a little while. Actually, I can start explaining it right now, because I said I was going to do it next episode, so fuck it, let's explain it. So, the reason that I put this series on a bit of a hiatus for a little while, which was like a week or two, a little while ago around Christmas, was Betrayal came out, right? And I wanted to go and learn all the new stuff for that league, as well as it added new stuff to the base game, right? Einhar, Alva, and Nico, you know, Delve, Bestiary, and, what's the fucking other one? I need to go check my Bestiary, actually. Delve, Bestiary, and, Incursion were all added at that exact time. They weren't in the game previously, and we didn't encounter them at all. Now, that being said, now that they're all added, they're here, and they're here to stay. However, that is not the last thing they're going to be adding to Standard. They're also going to be adding Betrayal. Oh, God, every time I get into a conversation about some shit, the boss comes up. But, essentially, Betrayal is a mechanic that spawns a bunch of very, very tanky, durable, unique bosses that will fucking ruin you. Now, in the current scenario, we have it in every single zone ever, because that's what the League mechanic does. It appears in every zone, so you can see it all the time. And just one encounter sometimes is enough to just fucking ruin people. At higher tier maps, I've been avoiding them, because they're broken as fuck. They'll just 100-0 you without caring. So, honestly, in my opinion, it's not really a league I would like to put in core or standard, because once you hit Act 9 and your build is just starting to come together, Betrayals are going to spawn and just dunk you, and it's not going to be great. But who am I to say anything like that, right? Lol. Anyways, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna get one encounter, right? For those of you who haven't paid attention to League modifiers or anything like that, there's 3 or 4 different things that can happen. You can find a transport group that are like transporting something from X to Y area, and you have to interrupt them. You can find a research area where you just rush to the end of it and kill the boss. That's literally all you do. There's other mechanics, but that's all you do. Fortification, where you break a wall and then wonder why he keeps healing over and over because he didn't kill the healing totem. And then there is intervention, which is at any time, at any point, ever, in a map, the entire intervention team can appear and kill you. Yeah, straight up. So what's even better is you can move people to different places, okay? So by a complete RNG, to start off, you could have the worst boss humanly possible, which is different depending on the class and who you hate more, be in the intervention team by complete RNG. And when you get to Act 9 and he starts showing up, you can be mid anything except boss fights. They won't show up in boss fights. But if you're doing a map, if you're in a random area, just going through the story, they can appear through a portal and just fucking kill you. Straight off. Just appear and just attack you and kill you. Anywhere, and you can't control it. So I'll look forward to having to deal with a lot of people going, oh my god, how do I deal with Syndicate members? The answer is you fucking don't. You run away. Honest to God, you just run away. But you can't fully run away because they teleport to you. I'm not kidding. It's interesting. Let's put it that way. That does no damage to me. That's pretty good. Okay, so this boss fight. He'll do like damaging combos every now and then. That one's one to watch out for. He'll teleport relegated on words are difficult. Relegated to where your character is. So if he's here and he starts up his teleport, if you like move here, he'll still strike down here. So you'll be able to deal with that. 25% down, he will go and spawn this mob. I don't really know its mechanics because I normally kill it before anything really happens. Shoots a lot of projectiles, does a decent amount of damage. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, just kind of kill it as fast as possible. Wouldn't recommend phase tanking it because I think it does chaos damage, so would not be the best idea in my opinion. Ow. I don't have any more flasks. Killing these side bosses, by the way, will actually give you, I think, full flasks. So do keep that in mind. Every now and then, the actual boss himself will do a half flasks. We'll do the projectile attack. Does a lot of damage. Wouldn't recommend standing in it. Really just move right or move left. Not the hardest mechanic in the world to dodge. I believe in you. And other than that, yeah, just kind of tank through him. Dodge that if you're not using multi-strike like a melon. Sometimes he'll just target something else with his attacks. This is why you want to have a golem. And if you're playing a squishier character, I'd recommend a decoy totem. Because he can decoy totem, or he can jump to the decoy totem. And we'll end up killing that instead. This one, I don't really know its mechanics. It's more of like a melee boss. So just kind of be careful, I guess, you know. Honestly, like, I kill these things so fast on most characters that I play by this point, because I'm in full leveling gear or whatever, so I'm min-max damage. These things don't exist for very long, so I've never really had to find out the mechanics on them. That's a lot of damage at one time. And yeah, it's just kind of a face tank boss, if I'm honest with you. He's not really difficult. Past 50%, he'll start doing this. It's like a killing spree type thing. Just run around, try and avoid it. Basically the same as Brian King, just don't panic. He might hit you, he might kill you. He might not, and you might live. It's mostly RNG. But, you know, just try your best. He goes in a triangle, it looks like. I'm literally discovering this on the go. Because this boss normally dies reasonably fast. But it looks like he goes in a triangle there. So, I mean, if you stay in, like, the center of the triangle he creates. Oh no, he cuts through the center, so don't do that. Probably just, like, go to the outside of it, or just leap slam away. Would probably work. Let's wait for him to go into it again, and I'll leap slam away. Watch for his, like, little kick combo he does there. That's not the attack I wanted. Come on, my dude. Do the thing. Do the thing. Not when I'm fucking... Oh, it moves with you. Okay. So leap slamming away doesn't really work as well. Because he started doing it right as I went into a multi-strike animation. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Just tank him down. Not really that difficult. He teleports behind me. Rigwald's charge. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. That is a unique two-handed sword. Basically on level. Basically on level. With a lot of damage. And look at that attack speed. 1.62 attack speed. Problem is, my dexterity is very low. But that's manageable. Because I'm going to go get a dexterity necklace. And hopefully be able to put that on relatively soon. I actually have that point for real. Dude, this is fucking... How much int do I really need here? Do I need int anywhere? Is my character allowed to be retarded? Because I'll be okay with that. My character is definitely allowed to be retarded, and that's fine. 20... Literally, I am planning around this sword right now. Give me 1 second. 30 dex right there, that's fine. So if I refund this... 3 more intelligence required. On what? I'll probably one of my heralds. Okay. Anyways, plus 30 dex. Let's just grab that. And that is now going to get qualityed, although I don't have 20 whetstones, so big sad. But yeah, okay, I may actually try and show you guys something. I think there's a prophecy that lets us get 20 qual. I might try and look for that, but yeah. Alright, let's lock this in real quick. And I believe we get a Pantheon from him. I don't remember entirely. Maybe not. What Pantheon do I have right now? Stationary. Right, that synergizes with our Sunder. Life flasks every 3 seconds. Not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with these, I think. This setup seems okay. Now, I do have a portal scroll. I was gonna show you guys something a little different. I do have a portal scroll though, so we're fine. If you portal out of a map, by the way, it will take you like, where is it? Just to outside the map device. So it won't take you back to a town or whatever. So in my case, because you run maps from your hideout normally, it'll just take you back to your hideout. Or in this case, it just takes you back to this area to talk to your boy here. So now we can access the Chamber of Sins level 2. However, I need to deal with this weapon first, because that's fucking hype. We actually had a problem solver literally drop for us. So that's grand. Ancestral War Chief. I'm going to put this War Chief in here. Now, I'm going to do a gimmick. Right, you ready for this? Ready for this? Put this cast when damage taken Stone Golem here. That's fine. We're going to put our weapon on. We'll get the DPS. Oh, I'm mega salty. I'm mega salty. Oh my god. Oh, that fucking hurts me. That's like a stream highlight. That's like a stream highlight. Oh, fuck. What makes me sadder is some people probably don't understand why I'm mad right now. Remember how I was talking before about skill weapon requirements? Mace, axe, or staff. Big sad. Big fucking sad. Okay, well, in this case, yeah, this is mildly saddening. But what I think we can do, just out of curiosity, 800. I can only drop 1, so that means meh. Oh, that hurts. That fucking hurts. I might actually switch just to deal with the weapon alone. I may switch. For now. Obviously, go back later, but because I have a weapon this fucking good. Oh, that fucking hurts me inside, man. Oh god, that's bad. Okay, where was it? Is it 6? Yeah. Let's go find out what we can use with a sword. Oh, jeez. That's almost as bad as when I fucking... What was it? I tried to Jeweler's Touch my Cyrus Shards to 5-link it, but I already had like 6 sockets, so I couldn't use a Jeweler's Orb. Oh, that's almost that bad. Alright, hang on, what we got? Heavy Strike. Oh yeah, sure. Probably gonna take Cleave here, honestly. Prob's gonna take Cleave. It'd probably be the best option. Infernal Blow's not bad. Sweep's a fucking meme. Those are all curses. Ice Crash. Tech Slam. I could play Tech Slam. Earthquake requires axe, mace, or staff. Big sad. Requires, you know, fuck it. Let's play. I'll show you Tech Slam real quick. This is another alternative to the setup we were going to use here. And the reason Tech Slam is going to be interesting is it actually works with Juggernaut. So this is going to be a little bit interesting to explain, right? I know people want to see Sunder. We will go back to Sunder once we get very good weaponry. This is basically how you adapt your situation depending on drops. Remember 2 episodes ago, right? This is the topic, right? 2 episodes ago, I was talking about living off the land in Path of Exile. Play with what the game gives you. I got a massive fucking damage increase. Although the Fizz DPS may not seem that massive, that attack speed is going to turn me into a crackhead, okay? I promise you. So, because of that, on top of this, I can also put a, a Blood Rage somewhere soon, which means I get even more attack speed, which is going to be hilarious. I need to buy a Blood Rage off her, actually. Now, this being said, because I now have a sword, I obviously can't use Sunder, so we have to plan a little differently. So, putting in our Tectonic Slam, look at this, right? This is in town, right? Let's switch weapon sets real fast. Get rid of this excess backpacking shit. Right, so let me put Sunder back in. I'll show you what I mean. Here's Sunder. Here's my level 12 Sunder with a 2-hander, yeah? It's my level 12 Sunder. Gem levels are huge. Alright? Does 1.1k DPS with current hammer. We switch to new sword. We put in level 1 Tectonic Slam. 300k DPS increase. Or not 300k, but 300 DPS increase. Level 1 Tech Slam. Level 1 Tech Slam. Which is also, by the way, going to be doing increased damage. Because it has a 35% chance to consume an endurance charge to give it 60% more, remember the more multiplier stuff, more damage. Yeah, we have 5 charges all the time. If RNG favors us, we're gonna be doing some damage, fellas. We're gonna be doing some big old damage. Also, because we have Herald of Ash, we get extra fizz or extra fire damage, which is fucking great. So things all in all are looking quite decent. Now, honestly, I want to look for a couple of different things. I want to try and find, if I can, a Culling Strike support. Ah, fuck, I'm poor. I forgot about this problem. I was going to try and put a Culling Strike support on my War Chief, but maybe I just can't. See if I can get a Blood Rage instead. Can I get a Blood Rage? Oh, no alterations, hurts my soul. No alterations, hurts my soul. 11% Ellie with attacks. Ellie with attacks increases damage of Tech Slam. Kinda need those res. Fizz to attacks is still huge. I can kind of tackle conversion now. Conversion's a little weird to explain. Am I actually top left of this skill tree? I'm not at all. Fuck, I can't take Avatar Fire. Damn. Would've been too good. Although, honestly, like, in this scenario, it might actually work. Anyways, shit, I need, wait, can I convert? Where's Bestel? What's up, fuckboy? 4 augments, 4 transmutes, how many transmutes do I have? -3. I need 1 more augment, actually. I can get 1. This is the most Jewish I've ever been in my life. Hold on. So, we convert all of our transmutes to an augment. We use our 4 augments to get 1 alteration to come back to buy Blood Rage. Blood Rage. To which we throw in the weapon. Okay. Solid. We're getting somewhere. Ground Slam can't be used with, what is it? With our current setup. So this Vol Ground Slam setup literally does nothing right now. Kind of whatever. We're going to make up for it in damage very, very soon. I promise you. So we're going to put our Blood Rage on that button so I remember to press it all the time. And then we're going to put our Hatred here in case I ever die again. And yeah, that's pretty good. I can sell all this extra shit now. Vulnerability. I keep that vulnerability on me. And we're going to create a different, throw all of our excess shit in this different tab real fast. Put all that in there. 14 heavy strike, whatever. And sell this trash. Make sure I keep that sacrifice shard. That'll come into note way later in the game. This isn't bad, but of course we need resistances. So I can't go putting this on right now. If it had resists on it, and like better resists on it, then maybe. My lightning res is actually okay. I could maybe switch this, but it has Fizz to attacks. so it wouldn't be of that much use, because Fizz to attacks is a lot better than Ellie with attacks. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Got shards for that. Sick. Cool. So that's how you basically live off the land. That's 30 minutes deep already. Holy shit! I want to show you how this works, though. I want to see the damage and show you this damage real fast. 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left on our area. All right, fate is with us, friends. Fate is with us. 2 seconds left. Fucking legendary. It's probably down there, but I want to show you guys what this is gonna be like. So hold on. That feels a little better, doesn't it? That feels a little better. Now we are talking. Now we're cooking with fucking gas, fellas. Hang on. Let's find ourselves a big pack. Give me those endurance charges, boys. Hang on, I gotta make sure I'm actually war crying at groups now. Here we go. This was exactly what I needed. This is what I needed right here. Gotta make sure I keep that mana up now, though. Game, do not crash. You're better than this. You're better than this. Now we're actually doing something. Biggest thing is now I need mana leech. Now I definitely need mana leech. So that's now I know where to go next. Now I know where to go next. So we're gonna be going right here and getting Spirit Void in the next roughly 5 levels, roughly. So is it not here? Might be a different area. Might be farther down. But still, I'm very content with this. This is why I kept a mana flask on, honestly. I had a feeling something might happen where I needed mana. This is beautiful. We have reached peak performance finally. But yeah. So that is how you live off the land. This is a nice follow-up to episode 22, 23, where I was talking about that whole idea. But yeah, we just augmented our build to be played around what we got access to. We got a new sword, switched skills that are... Skill is still like level 1, by the way, for reference. And now we are doing a shit ton more damage, because it's a skill that scales off of attack speed. I could have alternatively played a cleave as well, had I taken the overwhelming odds, or whatever the fucking jewel's called. Had I taken the cleave jewel in Act 5, like I probably should have, I would be playing cleave right now, because it would give me permanent fortify, which is just chunkier, right? Just makes me tankier overall. To which would not be a bad idea, and I would definitely be playing cleave. However, because I didn't take that, I'm able to go for Tectonic Slam, which is probably the better AoE option, but cleave is definitely the I want to be a chunky boy option. So yeah, I'm actually enjoying this now. We've picked up speed by quite a bit. Let's deal with this strong box real fast. Detonates nearby corpses. Don't really care. Don't really care. Alright. And now we are rolling. Alright, look at how many charges I have, by the way. Look at how rotatey I am. Before I take off, I'm going to explain Blood Rage and why I grabbed it. Because some of you may be seeing this and going, why the fuck, how, what in the world? Anyways, okay, so what this does is it gives you like a permanent degeneration thing when you turn Blood Rage on. Notice how my health is down by 1 point. The reason that this degeneration isn't a thing for us is because of that 3.6 life regeneration that I recently got with my 8 skill points. So, essentially, this makes it so you take 4% of your maximum life per second as physical damage. Now, that sounds scary, but really it's not. Really, Blood Rage in and of itself is only like, I don't know, 50 damage per second or some shit like that. Just generally. It's not really that scary and very easy to sustain. 4% of your max life sounds fucking like huge. It's not. So don't worry about that. Stone Golem will let you sustain Blood Rage. Just in general. Level 1 Stone Golem will let you sustain level 20 Blood Rage. But yeah, so this makes it so while I put this buff up, every time I kill something, the buff will refresh. But it gives me increased attack speed, as well as it gives me attack or physical damage leached as life, which is very nice. Extra free leech. So I have increased sustain, right? Increased sustain while I'm hitting things. However, I do take some degen, right? Very small amounts of degen, but still. But the biggest thing here is that bottom line. You see that 25% chance to gain a frenzy charge on kill? Makes it so that frenzy charges, we talked about endurance charges and stuff before, frenzy charges give me, is it 3 or 4% attack speed per charge? Something fucking busted like that. So it gives me a lot of attack speed per charge, as well as attack speed, move speed, cast speed. per charge, right? We can have 3 charges base. So essentially, this allows me to get, say, with 12% move speed and attack speed. It's pretty fucking good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If I can manage to get Onslaught somewhere, we may be rolling even harder. But yeah, let's check the sword cluster for a second just to see. I can get ailments with swords and ailments with swords. Okay, so if we're gonna play like bleed sword or like lacerate or something, I guess could be interesting. I want to play like a lacerate character eventually. Also, by the way, 2k DPS now on Tectonic Slam. With no charges, no frenzy charges, no endurance charges, nothing. Just with Herald of Ash and with Hatred on. But yeah, so that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy a little bit of living off the land in action. But yeah, take care, gentlemen, and I shall see you in the next one. This has gotten a lot faster, and it's actually enjoyable. Let's go.